Hello grade 9, welcome to my channel. This is Tutor Marife. In this video, I'm going to tutor you on solving rational equation, transformable to quadratic equation. So this is our given rational equation. We're going to find the solution set. Let's start. Okay, so we have 3x over x plus 1 equal to 12 over x squared minus 1 plus 2. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-eliminate dito ng denominator by cross multiplication kasi ang structure ng ating given rational equation ay hindi single fraction on the left, single fraction on the right. Yung cross multiplication kasi, gagamitin mo lang sa ganong structure. Isang fraction lamang sa kaliwa, isang fraction lamang sa kanan. Dahil dito sa plus 2 ng kanan, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-cross multiply. Okay? Bakit kasi natin gagawin sana yung cross multiplication kung wala itong plus 2? Kasi ang gusto nating mangyari, ma-eliminate natin ang denominators. Pag nag-cross multiply tayo, ma-eliminate. Okay? So, paano kung hindi tayo pwedeng mag-cross multiply? Ang gagawin natin, we're going to eliminate the denominators by multiplying left side and right side of the equation by the least common multiple of the denominators. So, question, how do we find the least common multiple of the denominators? I-check mo kung yung denominators mo ay factorable. Okay? So, in case merong expression sa denominator na factorable, kailangan mong i-factorize bago ka maghanap ng least common multiple. Okay, so ang unang expression natin sa denominator ay x plus 1. Question, ang x plus 1 ba ay factorable? Or this is already a prime expression. So parang yung prime number na ang factors na lang ay itself and 1. So, ito ba ay prime expression? Ang factors na lang ba ng x plus 1 ay itself and 1? Pag yes ang answer, that means hindi mo na ma-factorize ito. Kasi prime expression siya. So, is this a prime expression? Yes. So, hindi mo na ma-factorize ito. How about the second expression, x squared minus 1? Is this a prime expression? No. This is factorable. So, pag factorable ang expression sa denominator, kailangan mong i-rewrite into factored form or i-factorize. Okay, so this is actually a special case. It's difference of two perfect squares. Paano mag-factorize ng difference of two perfect squares? Magiging two binomials ang x squared minus 1. Ano yung two binomial factors ng difference of two squares? Yung isa, binomial sum, yung isa, binomial difference. Ano yung magiging terms dito? Yung first terms ng two binomial factors natin is the square root of the first square. Okay, what is square root of x squared? It's x. Yung second terms natin sa ating binomial factors is the square root of the second square. Ang second square natin ay 1. And square root of 1 is 1. Yan. Okay? So, pag na-factorize na yung expressions sa denominator na factorable, pwede ka nang maghanap ng LCM. Paano ba maghanap ng LCM? Let's review yung elementary lesson natin na, for example, find the least common multiple of the numbers 2 and 6 by using prime factorization. Ano yung tinuro sa atin ng ating elementary teacher? Hinahanap natin ang prime factors of the given numbers. So, yung 2, ang prime factors niya, actually, prime factor is itself. Yung 6 naman, ang prime factors niya ay 2 and 3. Tapos pag sinusolve natin noon ng LCM, yung matching prime factors, binibring down natin yung isa lang. Tapos yung remaining prime factors, binibring down mo rin. Tapos, binumultiply mo ang lahat ng na-bring down mo from each column. Yung product, yun yung least common multiple. Okay, so parang ganun din ang ginagawa dito sa algebra. Yung x plus 1 mo, since it's a prime expression, ang prime factor niya ay x plus 1. It's itself. Okay? Ito namang x squared minus 1, na prime factorize mo siya. Ito yung prime factors niya. So, isusulat mo na naka-align sa isang column yung matching prime expressions mo. So, ito, magmamatch doon sa x plus 1. So, i-align mo. Tapos, yung other prime factor mo, nasa ibang column. So, pag magsosolve ka ng LCM, i-bring down mo ang isa dito sa matching prime expression mo o prime factor mo. Tapos, itong other expression mo dito sa ibang column, i-bring down mo din. Then, i-multiply mo yung mga na-bring down, yun ang LCM. So, it's very similar doon sa process na itinuro sa atin noong elementary. Ang difference lang, dito mga numerical values yung hinahanapan mo ng LCM. Sa algebra, may kasama ng variables, mga expressions na ang hinahanapan natin ng LCM. Pero the process is the same. So, ang LCM ng denominators natin is the product of x plus 1 and x minus 1. Ito ang gagamitin natin to eliminate the denominators of the given rational equation. So, anong gagawin natin? Multiply the left side by the LCM. So, we have x plus 1 times x minus 1. I-multiply natin sa ating left side. Then, yung right side natin, i-multiply din natin by the LCM. Yan. So, our target is to get rid of the denominators. Okay, so let's simplify the left side. If we multiply left side by the LCM, itong x plus 1, ika-cancel out niya yung denominator. So, eliminated na ang denominator sa left side. Kasi yan yung gusto nating gawin. So, ano ang natira? X minus 1 multiplied by 3x. Right side multiply by LCM. Yung expression inside the parenthesis ay separated by plus sign. So that means the LCM is to be distributed to each of the term inside the parenthesis. So first term of the group multiplied by the LCM, maka-cancel out ito kasi this is actually x squared minus 1. Maiiwan ang 12 mula dito sa first term mo. Next, we multiply the LCM by the second term. So, distributive ang ginawa natin. Yan. So, we simply multiply kasi wala naman tayong denominator na i-eliminate dito sa second term ng right side. So, 2 times the LCM. Okay? So, ito ang gusto nating maging resulta. Dito sa next step natin, wala nang makikitang denominators. Okay, next, we're done with eliminating denominators. When dealing with equation naman involving parentheses, our goal is to eliminate the parentheses. So, elimination na naman, pero this time, parentheses ang kailangan nating i-eliminate. So, how do we eliminate parentheses? Use the distributive property. Okay, so itong 3x na ito, i-distribute natin sa mga terms inside the parentheses. So, x times 3x is 3x squared. Negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. Wala nang parenthesis sa left side. Sa right side naman, 12 plus, ibalik natin ito. This is the factored form of x squared minus 1. Bago tayo mag-distribute, isulat natin ito in expanded form. It's x squared minus 1. And then we distribute to each of the term inside the parenthesis. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Okay, so eliminated na ang parenthesis. What's next? Kung i-observe ninyo yung exponents sa whole equation natin, the highest exponent is 2. So, na-transform na natin ang given rational equation into quadratic equation. Paano ba tayo nagsosolve ng quadratic equation? We rewrite the quadratic equation into general form. Ano ba ang general form ng quadratic equation? It's ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So, tignan ninyo ang structure ng general form of the quadratic equation. All the terms are collected on the left side and the right side is 0. So, mula dito, sa step na to, we're going to transpose all the three terms on the right side to the left side para mag-zero yung right side at maipon lahat ng terms dito sa kaliwa. Okay? So, we have 3x squared minus 3x on the left. Transpose 12, 2x squared, and negative 2 to the left. So don't forget to change the sign when you transpose. So 12 becomes negative 12 on the left. Positive 2x squared becomes negative 2x squared on the left. Negative 2 becomes positive 2 on the left. The right side becomes 0. Okay? Ang fino-form nating structure ay quadratic expression yung left side mo. So, trinomial, 1, 2, 3, kaso we have 5. So, we need to combine like terms. 3x squared, negative 2x squared. So, they're like terms. Combine them. 3x squared minus 2x squared is x squared. So, susunod, ang first degree term, it's negative 3x. Susunod, ang constant term. May dalawa tayong constant term dito. They are similar, so we combine them. Negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10 equals 0. So, yung step natin dito, kapareho na ng ating general form. Okay? So, pag nai-rewrite mo na ang quadratic equation in general form, pwede ka nang gumamit ng mga technique na itinuro on how to solve quadratic equation. Square root method, completing the square method, factoring method, or using the quadratic formula. Okay? So since this is a very simple quadratic equation, we can use the factoring method to solve for the values of x. Okay, so since our new leading coefficient is 1, ito lang ang concern natin, itong constant term ng ating quadratic equation. We have negative 10. Think of factors of negative 10 that when added up, it gives a sum that is the same as the numerical coefficient of x. So, what factor pair of negative 10 adds up to negative 3? Negative 5, positive 2. Negative 5 plus positive 2 is negative 3. Okay, so how do we form the factors of this quadratic trinomial using negative 5 and positive 2? So, gumawa ka ng parenthesis. Of course, binomials yan. Ito, split mo, x squared. Split natin, dalawang x. Kunin natin yung negative 5. Yung sign niya, yun na rin yung operation between our first and second term. So, this is 5. Then, plus 2. Yan, equate to 0. And by zero product principle, pag may product ka daw that's equal to 0, you can equate each factor to 0. So this is our A, this is our B. We can set x minus 5 to 0, and then we can solve for x. X is equal to 5. This is our first solution. This is our B. We can set it to 0. And then we can solve for x. X equals negative 2. This is our second solution. Okay? So, ang solution set ng given rational equation ay pwede nating i-rewrite ito as a set. So, gagamit tayo ng braces. Sa set notation, braces ang ginagamit. Then, we have two elements. 5, separate mo with a comma, and yung second element natin is negative 2. So, itong dalawang numbers na ito ang magsasatisfy sa ating rational equation. So, let's validate our answers kung tama. If x is equal to 5, yung left-hand side ng ating original equation equals 3. Let's plug in x equals 5. 3 times 5 over 5 plus 1. And this is equal to 15 over 6. This is reducible by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Or 2 and 1/2. Let's also plug in 5 into the right-hand side. So, right-hand side is equal to 12 over, replace x with 5. So, 5 squared minus 1 plus 2. And then we solve. We simplify. It's 12 over 5 squared is 25 minus 1, 24, plus 2. This fraction is reducible by 12. So, ang lowest term nito ay 1/2. And 1/2 plus 2 is 2 and 1/2. So, left-hand side equals right-hand side. Therefore, our first solution is correct. Next, let's validate our second solution. If x equals negative 2, we plug it into the left-hand side. So, left-hand side equals 3 times negative 2 over negative 2 plus 1. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So, it's positive 6. Plug in negative 2 into the right-hand side. So, right-hand side equals 12 over negative 2 squared minus 1 plus 2. Don't forget the parenthesis. Iba ang meaning kapag hindi mo nilagyan ng parenthesis yung ini-square mo. So, it's 12 over negative 2 squared is positive 4. Minus 1, 3. Plus 2. 12 over 3 is 4. Plus 2, it's 6. Left-hand side is equal to right-hand side. Therefore, our second solution is also correct. Okay? So, if you have questions or clarifications, feel free to use the comment box. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Tutor Marife MCP.